good morning. So here we are going to do a demo on how to program the robot to one controller. Here's another video where we have two controllers, and this is general programming also. So first thing, I'm just going to create a new program, and since this is just a basic two-motor bot, I can create a new one. I'm going to call it the demo. And I'm going to go to basic tank drive. This will take care of all of my wheels. All right, if you just take a look at this code, we set one, it gives you this, it sets one wheel to reverse, because the motors are mounted reverse. This is the initialization. When you hit start, this loop goes, and now it's constantly sensing the left stick. Whenever input you're getting from that, -1 to +1 goes to your left, right stick Y goes to your right. Now here, everything is backwards. All you have to do is change this from left, and it'll fix that. Telemetry is so that you can see what the robot thinks it's doing. So if there's a problem, you can see it here for debug. So now we want to add in for our servos. So what I do is I go up here to actuators. I'm going to hit DC motor. I'm going to go to servo, and I'm going to set them to 0.5 to start. That means we can go both ways. Let's duplicate this. Right servo. Now, before I go further, I'm going to test this out to see if it initializes. So I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to run it. All right, you see how it started like that? So I know it's working. That's a good sign. Now, if I look at it closely, I can see that this is not a great starting position. One is facing kind of further in. The other, this one is fine. The right one looks kind of good for a starting position. This left one is not good. So I'm just going to adjust it. I said my left one. I'm going to try 0.1 and kind of see what happens. Save it. Now I'm going to run it again. That's pretty good. What if I made it like 0.2? Remember, the servos go 0 to 1. All right, that's my option. So 0.2 will go 20% of the way around what it can do. All right, that's a pretty good opening spot. Nice and generic. I can open it further. I can close it. All right, that is good. So let's talk about these servos for a minute. I want the servos to be tagged to some kind of button. Right now, the computer is the wheel motors are connected to my right stick. So I'm going to pick some buttons. I'm going to pick the X and the Y button to open and close. Now you can pick D-pad, you can pick bumpers, no big deal. So all I do is I go down to logic. I'm going to use an if. Put it right inside my while loop. Then I'm going to go to gamepad, and I'll pick one of these. Change it here. I said I wanted to do X and Y. I'll do X for open and Y for close. One warning, if you choose to use bumpers for this, bumpers often break on these, so it can be, where's X and Y? Okay. Here's X, and I'm going to duplicate it and make it this other one Y. All right, so now I'm just going to have it set where if I hit this button, it'll set it to a position. And what I have to do is I want one button to affect both of them. So let's say I want X to open it, and I'm going to kind of guess on this a little bit and do a little guess and check. I want to say for left, I bet 0 is open, because now your numbers are going to be different. And I'll say for this one, I'm going to say, okay, maybe this is 0.7. To open it up. Let's see what happens. So let's see here. I'm going to initialize it. Now I'm going to press X on my controller. That's pretty good, right? That's ready to, it's a nice balanced one. I think I got it on my first try. Here we go, Harriman. I'm proud of you. Now, notice I'm going to put both of these for another one. Don't put motors on the separate motors on separate buttons, because then it's hard to sync them up. So now to close, I'm going to maybe move this one to 0.3. This is kind of a guess, check. I'm going to make this one 0.4. All right, this is a guess. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to start my motor again. All right, it initializes. That's open. That's closed. Open, close. Now there's a problem. If I put a block in here, it might be too tight to get that block. So let's see here. Oh, that's not bad.
Can we make the camera bigger?
Hold on 1 second here.
See if we actually.
Okay, we are back after a little bit of technical difficulties with the video, but now we have a bigger thing. Okay, so now I can see when I press this. Now, that's a pretty good grip. It might be a little too tight, but it kind of works. If someone can help me reset that block. Okay, now you may want to adjust these a little bit. It takes a little bit of experimentation. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to make my arm go up and down. This is kind of the last step. It's not that complicated. So all I'm going to do is grab my first thing I need to do is go up to my motors. And I'm going to do this 0 power behavior break one. Where is it? There it is. And all this does is hold it in its position. All right. Now gravity's going to affect it, so we're going to kind of mess with this a little bit. So same thing. I'm going to pick 2 buttons to good job. All right, so I'm going to go to my logic. You can do if statement. And I'm going to decide, I want to do this on my D-pad. You can choose which buttons you use. But please be careful. If you use the triggers behave a little bit differently. They behave a little bit more like left stick and right stick. Notice how this is like directly taking an input. These other ones we have to do it if. So all I'm going to do is go over here to my gamepad. Where is it? I'm going to say okay. I'm going to say okay. If gamepad 1, but I want to change it. I'm going to do D-pad up, and then I'm also going to do D-pad down. All right. Where is it? D-pad down. Are you? You guys see it?
No, I'm on block. Yeah, right there.
Where is it? I'm not looking right at it. Where was it? Up. There it is. Okay. So if the D-pad goes up, I want to give it some power to move up. So all I'm going to do is go to my PC motor. I'm going to set the arm power. Now I'm not going to set it to 1 because it's just going to go so fast it'll freak out. I'm going to set it to like 0.4. I can adjust this later. And then D-pad down, I'm going to say,
Duplicate.
I'm going to set it to -1. Now I don't need to set it to much because gravity, oops, I'm going to set it to -0.1. Gravity is helping me go down, so I don't need a lot of power. And here's the other thing. I'm going to put in one more rando here. This is important. This will help it hold itself up. So I'm going to put this right here to 0.1. The idea is this. If I'm not pressing any buttons, it gets a little bit of power to kind of hold its spot, hold its place, to help out the 0 power behavior. But if I'm pressing this one, it'll be 0.4. Now I'm going to try this out and see if it works. I can say it works. All right, let's see if this works. All right. First of all, see if this. We lost something. All right, notice one of my servos has stopped working. That's a problem. Probably it was working and now it's not, so we're going to deal with that later. Let's try the arm. I'm going to try it with the up and down on my keypad.
Oh, shoot.
It is going up very slowly.
One of the arms isn't in the state.
Yeah, it's fighting that. All right. All right. It's working. It's not working well. It's too slow. So watch this. I'm going to try to give this.
Taking a sweet
You gotta
time.
fix the code.
So what's happening is this code is fighting with this code. But look how well it's holding its thing. So I'm going to give this more power to go up. There we go. And if I go down, now going down once again,
Taking a sweet time.
taking a sweet time. Let's give it more juice. Minus 0.2. The thing is, it's a trade-off, always. I go up, I can go down. Going down is still taking a sweet time. So I'm going to make this
Minus 0.5.
minus 0.5.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we don't want to slam down, but we do want more speed than that. Let's see what we got. Up and down. Up. Notice how it can kind of hold it very well. Now, one thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go in and see probably what happened is one of my servos got unplugged. And not a big deal. It does happen. But so now I can check my servos. Oh, now they're working.
Now do.
Uh-oh, we got a problem. You notice how it opened and then it stopped. So I got a bug in my servos. Let's see if I can figure that out really quickly. X and Y, left servo to 0. They're not, they were closing right, which is what makes me a little confused. Let's see, I'm going to reinitialize. Okay, so I do have a bug in here somewhere. My up and down is pretty good. You don't want to go so fast where it flings it. Right now, it's kind of competing between this and this on the loop. Let me try something. I'm going to put this ahead of this. See how it behaves differently. Because order can matter. Whoa, there we go. All right. Whoa, that's way too fast now. All right. So putting this first kind of helped it not fight each other so much. So I'm going to change my arm pad up to like 0.5.
Yeah.
And this is where you get to kind of figure out what you like as a coder. There we go. There we go. And now it holds it. Now the question is, it opens up very nicely. My Y one, it's not opening up. It's not closing it. Oh, because these are the same. Let's make this 0.5. And tinkering with these servos is just a part of it.
Oh,
There we go. That's pretty good. Can someone move that block inside there?
I got it.
It's not quite symmetrical, but probably fine. Thank you.
Oh no.
And then I can lift it up. And then I can just drive away. See you later, suckers.